My name's Hadiya Saad, and I'll be representing AICS. Before I begin my poetry, I would like to give a bit of context because I believe without understanding true context, you won't understand proper literature. So I'd just like to mention, as a child, I loved creating stories that reflected my naive impression of life. And yet, as I grew up, I went from writing stories about fairies, unicorns, princesses, to stories based on the things I saw happening around me. I saw the world through two distinct lenses. And today I personify these lenses into spoken poetry. I knew two orphan brothers, each who took different paths, yet even without the guide of a mother, only one managed to be saved from the great wrath. I know one of the brothers, who when I walk by, he pauses in his tracks, greeting me with a sincere salam. But when I walk by the other, he sneers and frowns at me, walking away with such a haste. I cannot help but think, why does he behave so arrogantly? I know one of the brothers very deeply. I see him at the masjid all the time. He's begging for mercy because his knees are old and wobbly. He cannot prostrate, yet I see him with his hands held high. Oh Allah, forgive me. I once asked the other brother, why do you never pray? Do you not know how? He grunted and told me straight. Prayer is a waste of time. It brings forth no happiness, only anger and frustration. Who can be bothered to stand for so long for an entity they cannot see? Only a fool. I wonder if he knows that fool is his brother who prays extra nafil for him all night long, so that there might be a small chance his soul might be saved when it is time for the reckoning. I know the two brothers enough. One of them once confided to me they were poor, while the other yelled at him for doing so. Even though they have close to nothing, whatever spare something one of their brothers has, he'll give it to those who need it more. You think the other brother would understand why charity is such a big deal. Instead, he yells and shouts at his brother, saying, we need it more. We have nothing at all. Why would you do so? I've seen the brother hang his head in shame, not saying a word because he can understand. He can understand he could have been like that. So instead, he'll empathize and stay silent. I hope he realizes his quietness is worth so much more. I know the brothers pretty well. Sometimes I get invited to visit and we talk. However, genocide is a topic that's taboo. One brother will wipe his tears at the mention of Palestine, Lebanon, Congo, Sudan, promising them he'll pray more because he is helpless and frankly, he cannot contribute much more. But when I try to get through to the other brother, he mocks them, laughing at the suffering and bloodshed, thinking he, unlike the millions of people suffering, is untouchable, safe from such a calamity. There is no God who can help them. There is no God who can bring suffering to us. There is no God at all who will explain to me before telling me to just go back home. Instead, I'll sit outside the small house hearing the voices get loud. I'll ignore all the swearing and roughness coming from one voice and focus on the calm soothingness of the other. And yet, even as I fail to understand one brother, it is both of them who I'll remember in my du'as. As I'll get older, I know they'll die. I just wish I could do something to help them both. When I grow old and sick, stuck on a bed immovable, I'll tell whoever will listen to me the story of two brothers and how much I want to hear about their graves. I'll hear about the greater brother, how his grave has a single rose growing out of it, a rose so formidable even in winter it'll stay. I'll hear how people visit him and they follow him in his deeds, but when I mention his brother, I'll be met with who's he. No one will remember him except of his negativity. I'll know of nothing good he did except for the times when he had parents when he had that belief. And when I die, the two brothers will become one orphan instead, the words of a story changing forever. I know two orphan brothers, each who took different paths, yet even without the guide of a mother who has been bequeathed Jannah below her feet, one managed to be saved from the great wrath. When you will be resurrected before your Creator, I cannot help but wonder what is it you will answer when you are asked, what did you do in your worldly life? I cannot help but wonder, what is your story and who are you? Thank you.